Le Point, avec Anne-Marie Dussault et Madeleine Poulain.
Bonsoir. Mère Térésa a fait le long voyage de l'Inde au Canada pour parler contre l'avortement. La religieuse de Calcutta, qui a obtenu un prix Nobel de la paix, va participer samedi à une grande manifestation contre la légalisation de l'avortement qui va se tenir devant le Parlement à Ottawa. Mère Térésa se défend de faire de la politique, mais elle affirme que le gouvernement devrait légiférer contre l'avortement. La religieuse de 78 ans est connue avant tout pour son travail auprès des pauvres de Calcutta. Aujourd'hui, elle était à Québec et un peu plus tôt, elle a bien voulu se rendre dans nos studios. Comme Mère Térésa ne parle pas le français, nous avons fait l'entrevue en anglais. Mother Teresa, you're coming to Canada on this special trip to go to this anti-abortion meeting at a time when you don't normally leave India. Why is this so important to you?
Because it's the most beautiful creation of God's love, the child. And every single child is created for greater things, to love and to be loved. Is created in His image. The child is so important to God that He died for this child to save it, to bring it to heaven. And so, all of us, not only I, but all of us should be concerned to save the child. Just as God has saved you and saved me, so He wants to save every single child that He has created in His image.
Mother Teresa, you live with the poor in Calcutta.
Yes.
You must have met with women who had unwanted pregnancies. Have you ever felt sympathy for them?
I have helped many, many women to give the joy of birth to the child. Even especially for our leprosy women, whom I have helped to have the child, because the child is perfectly healthy, and so I've helped every one of them to have the child, because the child is the joy of their life.
Have you ever met women for whom having the child would be a disaster, both for her and for the child?
I have met many women who have who have done the abortion, but they can never forget the terrible thing that they have done, that they have murdered their own child, and also they have destroyed their conscience. Their conscience can never be at peace for having killed love, for having killed the joy of loving a child.
Are there any conditions under which you think that an abortion is acceptable, Mother Teresa?
I think they should think before the conception whether they want the child or not. Once the child has been born, that child has right to live.
There are cases of rape, for instance?
Please?
There are cases
Even
of
that.
violation rape?
There is always place where this child, that rape has been done, but the child is not in fault. The child has right to live.
What about a woman whose life is endangered by the birth of a child?
And that is what she has to face before the conception. It can happen, but the child has right to live.
Even if the mother dies during birth?
That's right. That is the greatness of mother's love, that she is ready to give all for the sake of the child.
Mother Teresa, should this decision be left to each one's conscience, or should it be put into the hands of the governments?
This is a matter of conscience, and everybody, government and all, should appreciate this.
Should the government act if the people's consciences allow them to ask for an abortion? Should the governments interfere?
Nobody will ask for abortion.
Yes, but if
but it become like a fashion, more or less.
What should the governments do then, according to you?
Just prohibit abortion.
And what should be the penalty for the woman who gets an abortion?
That I don't think, I don't know. But it should be prohibited, and people should be helped to have a regular, give a regular birth of the child.
What should be the penalty for the abortionist?
I want to tell in every country I'm ready to say the same thing.
Yes.
That everybody should try to protect the child. And I'm most willing to take any child that nobody wants. But to give the child the joy of living.
If the governments prohibit abortion, that is politics. You realize that you're involved in politics.
I don't get involved in politics. I only going by the law of love because I know God has created that child for greater things, to love and to be loved,
So
and
that
has the right to live.
the women should be punished then by the government if they...
I don't say that. Why should they be punished? They should be helped to live a normal life. They should think before conception the effect of the child and then decide before conception. But once the child has been conceived, that child has the right to live.
What about a poor, ignorant teenager, Mother Teresa?
The poor people, as a rule, they don't do abortion.
Mother Teresa, thank you very much.
God bless you.
Le léger bruit de fond que vous avez entendu à un certain moment pendant l'entrevue était causé par le chapelet que Mère Térésa tient toujours à la main.